Right. So all of you, good morning. So last session we started discussing about that alignments, right? Okay, fine. And if anybody completed, let me know. If not done, no problem. Try to complete it. And from tomorrow onwards, I can available in the classroom also, so that classroom people can try to utilize this, right? If you have any questions, any doubts, you can bring your laptop to the classroom. There we can check the assignments, the problems you're facing, whatever it is, there we are going to check those things, guys. Okay, right. So this is what that we will see in the next session. Fine. So I want to continue a separate concept today, assignments and the queries that we will see in tomorrow's session. Okay. So, but try to complete the assignments, whatever the assignments we given, and please try to complete them. And if you have any questions, and tomorrow I can sit with you to complete the assignments. But if you're unable, please let me know. If you can share your code also. I don't know how many of you completed this, but tomorrow we will have a look on our assignments. Okay, right. And today I want to discuss a new concept called CSS transitions and transformations. Transitions and transformations. Okay. So let us explain you this concept today. This is also used for animating the content, animating. How can we animate? After this is completed, we will show you animation also we will show you. Okay. So today's concept is what? CSS transformations, and one more property is going to be CSS transitions. TRANSITION transitions. What is transformation? What is a transition? Okay, first let us complete the transformations concept. So it will take some time. Let us complete. After that, we will introduce the transition also. Transition, transformation, both are the combination, Andy. Both are the combination. Transition will provide a smooth kind of animation. Transformation will give you the different shapes. Generally, what is the meaning of transform? Transform. Uh, Transform, people will say, what is the meaning of transform? Simply, I want to say a word called body transform. What is the meaning of body transformation? We are going to gym. Why are you going to gym? Ante to transform my body. I want to get 6 pack, 8 packs, 9 pack, like this. So people will go for the gym, right? Yeah. Transformation in the sense what? Right now, I'm not good because of the gym. See, transforming the element is here. What I want to say, this is not body transformation. This is going to be transforming the elements, transforming the elements from one shape to another shape, and another shape, one shape to another shape. This is what the concept. Right. What is the meaning of transforming? Transforming the element of one shape to another shape. So to do this, generally we have different examples, Andy. We have a concept called, different transformation, 2D transformations and 3D transformations. We have 3D and transformations, we can say like this, okay? Right, 2D and 3D. What is 2D? And that means what, guys? 2D means everybody can see that. Everybody can see. This is going to be deals with X and Y axis only. 2D means X axis, Y axis. It will be X axis we can see, Y axis also we can see. What is the meaning of 3D? 3D means Z axis also. Generally, remember, we cannot see the Z axis only. Z axis is always behind the scenes. We will see physically X and Y axis of every element, not the Z axis. So here we have x-axis will be available, x-axis, and we have y-axis, and other one is going to be z-axis is also available. Exactly, x, y, z. That is called 3D. So that's why for if you want to see the third face of the element, we have to flip the element. We have to rotate the element. Then only we can see the backspace. Simply says, and the x, y are front face. Z is a backspace. If you want to see the backspace, we have to rotate the element, right? Yes, exactly. That is going to be simply. If you want me to show you an example on the fly, uh, CSS flip example. If you can go for flip example, flip code example, go for anywhere. Now you see, and I'll see 20 examples they are providing here. What are these 20 examples? Can you see? So you can click any one of the, see, this is a code example, demo and code. What is the meaning of demo encode? Click on this and close this window. Can we see the demo? You see, we are getting the code here. Now you see, when your mouse hovering or else camping, oh, you see, can you see guys what is happening? This is called flipping. Actually, what is behind the scenes, we don't know, but when we are clicking this, we are getting that. Yes, sir. That is called flipping effect. This is going to be simply CSS flip effect. Otherwise, if you can go to W3 schools also, you see there is one image. When your mouse hovering the image, see, this is Z axis. This is Z. Z means behind the scene. So if you want to see the behind the scenes, we have to implement such a functionality like this, guys. This is what I exactly called flip effect. There are a lot of properties are there. So remember, 2D transform, 3D transform, and transitions, and one more is going to be CSS animations and D. So there is a concept called animation. With these four concepts, we can do lot of effects in CSS. A lot of effects and lot of animations, a lot of different kind of stuffs we want to implement. Yes, we can do this with the help of 2D, 3D, CSS animations and CSS transform transitions. So this is the concept. First, let us work with the transformation. Then we can go for the transitions, guys. Here, what is 2D? We have some methods here. What is a method I want to let me tell you? The methods are going to be CSS methods only. CSS methods are available. There is a method called translate only. What's a method called translate is a method. And a property, what is a property? Transform is a property. Transform. Transform is a property. This transform property can use lot of methods to implement the 2D effects. By using this property, transform property, we can apply methods. Based on the methods, we can apply the something. Right. So 2D transformation methods. Transform is a property. P-R-O-P-E-R-T-Y property. By using this property only, we can implement the shape of the elements and we can change the dimensions. We can change the shape of the elements by using the transform property. Okay. So by using, let us write one side heading. By using transform property only, we can do all these things only. Okay. Let us write some small point here. By using this property and implement the CSS transformations. I mean, both 2D and 3D only. Either 2D or property is same. That is a 2D transformation or 3D now. But the property is what? Transform is a property. So this transform property with the 2D will have the following methods only. So we have the following methods that we can apply with transform property. I mean, this method is first method is going to be translate is a method. Inside we can provide x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. In the same way, we have one more is going to be rotate is a property. Rotate is a method, sorry, method. Inside we will provide 0 degrees to 360 degree and 360 degree, right? What is the complete rotation? 360 degrees, right? So same way, we have a property called scale. Scale means it contain x comma y, x comma y. Of course, here what we can do, we have only property scale x and scale y also. Scale x, only x value we can provide. We can provide scale y also. Remember carefully, y capital and D. So we have three methods with related to scale. This scale property is for zooming and D. So for zooming an element, for zoom in, zoom out and D simply says zoom in and zoom out. If you want to implement such a functionality, we can use this property. This is for rotating an element. This is moving an element from one position to another position. Translate is a property, moves an element from one location to another location in horizontal and vertical. Horizontal means x-axis, vertical means y-axis in both horizontal, write the point like this, horizontal and vertical only. Both the ways it could be, it will rotate the element both the way, horizontal and vertical. It will simply rotate the element clockwise and anti-clockwise. Rotate the element in clockwise and anti-clockwise, we can say like this, anti-clockwise. So and every property has its own different meanings. Okay. So what is the purpose of this property? For zoom in, zoom out functionality, we can use the following things. And for zoom in, zoom out, we have the following. So not only this, we have a skew. This what is the effect? And it is a different effect. And SKUW skew. Skew is also having XY. Skew X, skew Y. We can take like this. Effect is different and the diagonal effect, I will say. But let me show you. After that, we will come to the point here. Okay, let me show you practically what is that effect is called. So this is going to be X comma Y. If we can pass here, this is only X value, only Y value we can count here. Right, exactly. So finally, we have a method called matrix method. And remember, matrix is a method which is a combination of all and okay, matrix is equal to, by using this, we can implement translator, we can implement rotate, we can implement the scale, we can implement skew. All the properties we can implement in one line if you want by using matrix method. Matrix method is the combination of all. And I mean, inside we can pass 6 values only in the matrix method. The 6 values are going to be like this. Now, if you can see this, what are the 6 values? I do have little confusion, but I will write this. First one is going to be scale, I believe. So, I mean, 6 values we have to pass to the matrix method. 1 minute. MAT. Okay, see the property transform. To this, we have to add the method matrix method. With the matrix method, we have to pass the 6 values only. Okay, value 1, value 2, value 3 like this. I do have a little confusion. What is the first value? Translator, transformer, scalar, skew. We will check in a minute. But I won't write value 1, value 2, and so on, value 6, up to 6 values you have to provide. I mean, all the 6 values, 2 of them. Rotate is not passed here only. So I don't want to write rotate. And matrix is a combination of scale, skew, translate only. If you want to write rotate, we will write separately. Okay, right. This is what exactly. Let me show you how these methods are going to be work. Okay, quickly create one small HTML file. Let me save this also. CSS transforms and transitions. If we can save the file, transition and transformation. So let us create one small HTML file quickly. Yeah, save this file. And if we can write the file, CSS transforms.html is a file. Okay, I am done. Let us remove all this code except the basic structure. Except the basic structure, I want to remove everything from here. Yep, remove everything. Remove the CSS also. All right, I'm removing the CSS also. Except that star margin, I'm removing everything. Yep, we done. And I don't want this external font or some icons link also. This is going to be CSS transformation. Transformation is the concept. Okay, what is CSS transformation? That we are going to check it now. Let us do one thing quickly. I'm taking one div. Div class is equal to block. Watch it carefully. Class is equal to block. So here for this block dot block block, I just want to write some height width. Height is going to be 200 pixels. Width is also going to be 200 pixels. Height width 200 and 200. Let's set some border also. Border is going to be 4 pixel solid red border. So this is going to be background hyphen color is going to be some yellow color, whatever it is. Okay, just from this file. See the output. What is the shape of the element? By default, square shape. Why? Because you provided that shape only. Okay, now this is the element. Where is the element by default? Top left corner. I want to move this element. How do I move this element? Right, you see. So if you want to move the element, we can use a property called transform is a property. Or the property called transform property with the method translate you can apply. Translate. What is translate on the x-axis and y-axis? X-axis is going to be 200 pixels, comma, y-axis is going to 0 px and pixels. We have to mention this pixels. Now you can refresh the page. Now can you see this element is by default top left corner na. Now from top left corner it will move x-axis x direction 200 pixels and now if we can refresh this, can you see element is moving now? So now if we can write so for example I'm writing 0 pixel 0 pixel, then what is going to be happen by default corner? You see, you write 200 and 200. Now you observe, it will move diagonally now. This is going to move diagonally. How this will move diagonally? Let me show you. This is 200 and 200. Now x 200 by 200. Now you see element will move diagonally like this. So sir, this is moving very fast, right? Let me do one thing. Sir, I don't want to do this here. On hover, can you see this? Dot block block colon hover. Then only I want to move the element. It is moving on load, na? So now you see, now it is not going to be. When you are hovering, can you see it is moving very fastly, na? Sir, I want to move this very slow, sir. Animatedly, I want to move this element slowly. How can I do this? How can I do this animation? It is moving too much faster way. No, no, no. I don't want that much faster, sir. I want to move this very slowly. Then, if you want to move, if you want to provide smooth things, we have to use what? CSS transition property. Right. So what is the property? Come down. Let me use the both combination only. Then only you will understand. So go for this transition property. Let me show you what is the property. This will allows you to change the property and dimensions or anything and dimensions and height, width, whatever it may be, and by providing some duration. Okay. I want to move this element within the 5 seconds. Okay. To move that element from top to bottom, it has to take 5 seconds only. 5 minutes if you want. So you can set the duration only. Within the duration, it has to complete the animation. Let's see by using this property. Change the values of CSS properties. Values of other CSS properties. Smoothly. People will say smoothly or animatedly. So use any one of the word. I'm using the word called smoothly or animatedly. Animatedly. Any smoothly or animatedly. Right? Within the given duration. Within the animatedly within the given duration. Within the given period of time, within the given duration, whatever it may be. And you are going to set some time. Within the time, it has to complete it. So that's what exactly transition. This transition having some properties, those properties are going to be, let me tell you, CSS transition properties are what? Transition, TRANSIT, transition hyphen property and which property you want to animate. Okay, first thing, name of the property. So CSS property, for you want to animate height or width, so border, so let us write some property. Border you want to animate or with anyone and not all, height or background color. So you want to, whatever you want, right? Background. So you can write so on properties and which property you want to animate, you can write. First one is property. Next one is going to be transition delay. Sorry, duration. Let's write this is going to be duration. That animation, how many seconds? So 5s I'm writing. 5s means it has to complete the animation within 5 seconds. I mean, from top to bottom, we are asking to move, right? To move top to bottom, and again it has to go to its original location. I have to set the 5 seconds duration. So, and if you want to make any delay, of course, we have a property called delay also. Transition, TRANSIT, transition delay. After mouse hovering, after 2 seconds only, I want to start the animation. Not on load immediately, not on hover immediately. Let me hover the mouse, and after 2 seconds, let me start the animation. That is called delay. That is called delay. Sometimes what we have to do, we want to animate multiple properties one after another and one after another. First width improve, width, then next background, next border. One by one only I want to do. Then the delay will work there and let me show you some examples also that you will understand. One more is going to be transition. There is a property called timing function and this is for providing smooth animations actually. Transition timing function. I will tell you how this timing function will work now. Okay, right. So or else we can do one thing. These are 4 properties now. Timing function, it could be like this, Andy. Linear, linear, linear. This is what are some A's, A's. These are some predefined values, Andy. A's in, A's out, A's in, A's out. Like this, we are having lot of values. I will show you at the end of it. A's in, A's out. Like this, we have a lot of values, Andy. Linear. Okay, if you want to move the element with a uniform speed, we can use this. Okay, let me show you how this is also going to be work here. Yep, sorry. Yes, guys. So this is all expanded property. We can write all in one line also. That is going to be shorthand property for the, we have a shorthand property for transition. What is the transition? TRANSIT, transition shorthand property. If you can ask me, all we can write in one line like this. So this is going to be TRANSI transition with you can write all the things. This is going to be property. This is going to be duration. This is going to be delay, and this is going to be the function. So all four we can write in one line also. If you don't want the 4 times, you can write all four in one line also. Okay, let's come there. Let me show you how it is going to be works here, right? Transition. So it's going to be a smooth animation. Now you can come to this file. In this file, is it a smooth animation? No. You can come here now. Remove this also. Right, right. Remove this. What you want to animate? I want to animate the border. I want to animate the background color. First, let me show you. So you have to write first transition here, Andy. Transition, not transform. Transition, right? What you want to do? I want to animate the property. Which property? Border. What is duration? Sir, I want to take 3 seconds duration. Remaining optional, Andy. Property and the duration is mandatory. Remaining are optional. Delay is optional and everything is optional. Okay. Right now we see. When you are hovering, this will work, and see dot VLOCK colon hover. Now remember, when you are hovering, what is the property you define here? This property you should write here. You should write it. Let me show you which property you want to animate. Which property you want to animate? Border property. So what is the duration? So this is going to duration. See what I want to set here. Now see, border is going to be 4 pixel DOTTED dotted right there. Same thing. Can you see now what is going to be happen? So please observe this carefully. If you can refresh the page, see what is the border of the element? Red border. And with the 4 pixel. When you are hovering, can you see what is happening? Is it working? No, it is not animating and it is working very, very fast. Why this is working very fast? Anything wrong I provided here? TRANSI. TRANSI. Is there any spell mistake also? We'll stop it, Andy. TRANSITION. SITION. Transition correct in a property, border property. 1 minute. Transform property I'm setting. Okay. Right. What is the property you define? Transform. That property you can write here. Let me see. Earlier I written, right? So translate I written. Yes, translate. You see, now this is going to be 200px comma 200px I'm taking. Let me see 200px and 200px. First of all, without this, I'm not writing this. And observe this carefully. I'm not writing transition property. Transition property will tell you which property you want to animate. You see, when your mouse hovering, this is div is moving too much fast. And within fraction of second happening. Now you see, I'm adding the property. Transition. Which property you want to animate, transform. That property definitely you have to write in the over ending. Which property you are mentioning here, that property you should write here. Okay. With the translate 200 and 200. Now can you see how this is going to be animated? Now if you can mouse over, can you see element is moving very slowly now? Now if you can remove the mouse, you see slowly it is going by the same location, right? To come and to go, it will take 3 seconds and 3 seconds to come and 3 seconds to go. And if you can write the same thing with the 5s, the total 5 seconds duration. Now you see, now you can see this carefully. Now I'm hovering and it is taking 5 seconds to come 200 pixels diagonally. If you can leave the mouse, it is going to same way. You see, it is going very slowly at the end. You observe. If you want to move this with uniform speed, then timing function will be introduced. Andy. So this is also duration. For example, you see, I'm setting 3s delay. First one is what? Duration. This is what? Delay. Delay means what you see. You go here, just mouse over, it cannot work, Andy. After 3 seconds completed, then it will start the animation. That is what delay. I don't want to make this animation immediately, sir. I want to move this animation slowly. If you can mouse out, you see 3 seconds delay. After that, it is going to the original position. Slowly getting animated. We're getting animated the element slowly. Na? So this way we can do. So not only this property, we can set a, see, we are writing the property what only transform property. Na? For example, you see. So you play with these values. What is this value, Andy? X value 0. Y value 200. Now element will move diagonally. Na? No, vertically. When your mouse hovering, 3 seconds delay, it is moving slowly vertically like this. This is vertical movement and that too slow animated way. But if you are not writing transition, what is happening within fraction of second, that is moving right. So I am not writing delay. So now delay means even if you want to write 0s, you can write it. 0s. 0s means what? There is no delay. So now if you can mouse over immediately, it will call. If you want to add it, you see, immediately when your mouse hovering, it is taking 5 seconds. Now it is going mouse over. You want to reduce this also. You can reduce this is going to be 1s. 1s means what? Very faster. Now, but we will see slowly moving down. But this is what exactly when you're hovering out. Not only this, you see, not only this property, you can keep comma. If you want to add multiple properties, yes, we can do like this by using comma. Then not only transform property, by using this property, we can animate a number of properties. So then what I want to do, this is going to be a property called border hyphen radius, radius, border radius and border radius. I'm taking this is going to be 2s and 1s delay. 1s delay. I mean, what I want to say, let it move completely down. After down, I want to add the border radius property, not immediately. Otherwise, you see this is carefully. I'm writing this is going to be 5s. Okay, to move down, it will take 5s. And I'm writing this is also 5s delay. So here there is no delay. There is 0 seconds delay. I mean, first let me complete this to down move. After completely moved, then only I want to apply the border radius within 2 seconds. Now you observe this carefully, how this is going to be work. Mouse over, it will take 5 seconds. Oh, what is happening? It went very fast. Anything wrong? This border radius I have to apply here. 1 minute, please. Border radius, what is the property you define? Border radius property, I want to write this is going to be 10 pixels I'm taking. I don't know. It is moving too much fast. Is there anything wrong I did? Oh, I don't know. What is the problem, guys? Transform. I have to use comma. Border radius. Oh, sorry. Colon is not required here. Okay, so call it is a simply the property name. So property name, duration and the delay. Same way, property name, duration and delay. That is a problem. Colon I added earlier. Sorry for that. Now you see, it will go down. To take go down, it will take 5 seconds. You see, slowly it is going down. Now, see, border radius is not applied. Now border radius is started applying. Can you observe this? At a one effect after, I want to apply another effect. So still, if you want to make this border radius is going to be 120 and more pixels, now you will understand more. Now, if you can refresh the page now, can you see mouse over going down? Border radius is not applied yet. Once 5 seconds completed, see now this is getting becoming a circle. Slowly, it is all getting animated like this. If you can remove, again go back, it will wait for some time to coming back to the same position. See how this is all working animating. That too when your mouse hovering. When you're hovering, this is working. Maybe some people ask, sir, I don't want to hover, sir, but I want to work with the animation. That for that we have another solution. We will see that another solution later. That is what done with CSS animations. So this is what exactly the concept of see which property you want to animate. That's what very important thing. So now you see, I'm going to write the background property. Background is a property. Now this is going to be 3s and 10s. 10s delay. See, observe this carefully. 10 seconds delay. I mean, to come down, it take 5 seconds. To apply the border radius, it is taking 5 seconds. Total 10 seconds. That means what, you know, see, background, I'm writing the color is going to be yellow, green. Yellow, green is the color. Now just go and refresh it. Let me see how this is working. No color applied yet. After this completed, I want to apply the right now yellow green color is turning here. No, it is not 10 seconds, sir. Yes, it is working slowly because you said the duration delay 10 seconds, right? Is working like this. Now, if you can remove the mouse, go back to the same position and square. After that, it will be right. Now, slowly that background color will turn our yellow color. So now slowly this is getting animation, but you set a lot of delay. That's why it is working like this. So this is going to be 1 second only. All right, this is also going to be 1 second. And I'm writing this is 3 seconds and this is going to be just 2 seconds. I'm writing like this. That much fast I am writing. Now you see, if you can mouse over, going down and curved, and this is also applied. See, the duration, the thing you have to play like this. So not only this, you want to move this to x-axis. Now you see 200 pixels x-axis, y-axis is going to be 0 pixels only. Now if you can refresh it, now can you see, if you can move, this is horizontally moving. Now slowly converting like this, whatever you want to move. Diagonally if you want to move, and this is going to be 200 and 200. If you can set it, it will move diagonally. If you can refresh, just mouse over, can you see, this is moving diagonally and diagonally curving, and all this going to be happening. This is what moving the element by using the property called what? Translate property. Here, not only this value, we can set some negative value also. And you see, I'm setting 0 pixel. Sorry, this is going to be minus 50 pixels and comma, I'm setting 0 pixels. And now can you see, minus means what you see? If you can mouse over, and if you can see, this is going right side and is moving and background color. Now if you can remove, now we see, right, how this is working, right, exactly. So we can provide some negative values also. Negative value in the sense what I can write, this is going to be 250. Now what is going to happen? Completely will hide, and can you see? You cannot see it. It is going that direction. It went completely behind the scene. And you're leaving this, now you see it is coming back again. Something like this. Sometimes we will hide the element and we will show the elements, right? Exactly. This is what we will see you here, guys. Okay. All right. Guys, 1 minute. Yeah. So this is how we can set the values. Not only this property, here we are using this method. Now, let us go for this time. I want to use the method called rotate. Rotate, I am writing 45 degree. Rotate 45 degree. So if you can see this carefully, can you see div is rotating, becoming a circle and color. Now if you can remove this, circle is completed. So I don't want to write border radius here. For better clarity, remove the border radius property here. So I mean, to see the proper circle rotation, so 45 degree, if we can mouse over, now you see 45 degree rotated, right? We can rotate the element also like this. Now, if we can set this is going to be 360 degree, now complete one rotation will take it. Now you see rotation, right? Slowly rotation. If you can remove, I mean, if you want to move, rotate very slowly, what is the rotate property? 1 second, right? You written 3 seconds. If you can write it now, can you see it will take 3 seconds to rotate the whole element. You want to make faster rotation, you want to make a smaller rotation, whatever you want, you can take it. Otherwise, for more clarity, you can write some content in the div. I'm writing this content is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in the div. Can you see? Now in the div, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. When your mouse hovering, can you see the 1, 2, 3, 4 is also moving now? Right. So this is how exactly that we can do. So 1 minute, please. Let's use margin 100 pixels I'm using because it is on top corner, right? Let us move some gap. Now you see element is rotating properly with some gaps also we can see. So again, if you can go there, this is what exactly the property of rotation. If you can write this minus 360, it will go for anti-clockwise. I mean, so by default, I'm not refreshing. You see, this time it is rotating now. If you can refresh, can you see this is rotating left to right. This is going to be, okay. This is what rotation exactly. Not only this property, we can use the property called scale, but scale value is always going to be 0 only. I'm setting 0, actual value 0. Do you see anything here? Oh, 0 means going something like this. Actually, if you can set 1, I believe, I'm setting 1. So if I set 1, actually scale default value 1, I believe. Nothing effect is applied. No effect is applied. If you can write 1.5, 1 above, what did it zoom in now? This is zooming the functionality, right? See going down. If you can write 1 below, I mean 0.5 something, if you can set it now, 1 below. I'm setting 1 below. Now, if you can go down, this is going out. Zoom out and zoom in functionality. If you want to implement it, yes, we can do this way only. Zoom in, zoom out functionality. If you can remove the mouse again, it will come back to the same position. Still, you want to rotate here. Of course, we can rotate this also. If you want to rotate, you see ROTAT rotate. I am writing this is going to be 360 DG. We can write combination also, man. So like this, I mean, I want to apply scale. I want to apply rotate also. Now both will work. Can you see now? Or both they are working or not? You see? Element is rotating and it is also zooming. If you can come out, it is coming back to rotation and coming back to the normal position also. So of course you won't write moving also, na? You can write this also. See, translate. I'm writing this is going to be 200 px means I'm writing 0 px x-axis. Now you see, all right, three properties will work at a time. If you can mouse over, see, element is, see how this is rotating. With one diagonal, this is getting rotated. See, now like this, it is working like this only. See, translate is also working. Of course, you can write 200 and 200. Now, if you can see this carefully, now this is going to be coming like this diagonally, somewhat rotating diagonally. Rotating diagonally. If you can remove this again, diagonally, it is coming back to the positions. See, when you are practicing, you try with the different values. You will understand. Without animation, what I can show you. That's why I introduced the property transition also. Transition. Which property you want to animate? Set the property here and come here and write the property. Okay. So here skew. Observe this skew property. Skew is a little different. It is also in degrees only. Skew. Skew. Observe this carefully. 25 degree. Just I'm writing 25 degree. Can you see this carefully? The shape of the element will be like this, and this is what skewing. This is what the effect called skew effect. If you can write this is going to be 125, can you see the skew will be like this? Oh, that is what the skew. It is working like this, right? This is going to be minus 125 means this will go for different way again. So of course you can set minus value also. This time this is going this direction. So this is how the element will be skewing. Only x skewing, y skewing also we can write only x 25 skew. Now you see x skew, y skew. See the difference here. This is what x skew now. Then what is a y skew? If you can change the value, observation is very important, Andy. So if you can see, this is y. How the skew is working, can you see? So this is all what 2D. 2D transition. So if we can use matrix, I forget the syntax only. Let us go for the CSS matrix. CSS 2D matrix syntax. I forget actually. Uh, the values, how to pass the values. Actually, I didn't use anyway. Just I want to tell you. So, okay, this is the matrix and oh, I have to pass a scale. Matrix, we have to pass 6 values. So what are the 6 values that we can pass under? These are the 6 values I can pass. Can you see this matrix property? Matrix is a property which contains 6 values here. So I think first scale x, skew, skew x. Oh, I thought that scale x after immediately scale y, but they provided skew y, skew x after the scale y. And oh, translate and transform or translate values x and y values are at the end of it only. So this is a way. Now, how can I provide these values? For example, why should I write this? Let me copy the same value. So what is the x value, y value? X value, y value 0. This is what scale and scale value. And this is going to be skew value. And again, these are the values. Just remember, I'm just adding these values. Let me see how this is going to be behaves. The element will be, I'm removing this, add this value. I think this is the combination of everything only. The combination of everything in the sense for except rotation, this is going to be like this. If we can go and check this, let me see. Here mouse overing. So this is 1.5. I'm making this is going to be zoom. If you can make this is going to be little zoom. Box is a little increasing the size. The scale is applied. Zoom is applied. You want to move this is going to be 100 pixel 100 comma 100 if we can take, then what is going to be happen? Let us see. Diagonally is also moving. This is a way. So now you see diagonally moving, scaling is applying, and skew is applied. So all the values also we can apply at a time. Otherwise, if you don't want to go with it, you write the properties all translate comma scale comma skew comma rotate. All 4 also we can write here. Of course, even if you want rotate, you can write space ROTE rotate. You can write this is going to be 45 degree G means it will be moved diagonally as well as it is going to be rotated, diagonally moving and rotated 45 degree. Otherwise, you write 360 degree, no problem. This is going to be 360 degree. And if you can go and refresh this, can you see 360 degree rotation and everything is getting applied like this. While practicing, if you can apply this value, what happened? If you can apply that value, what happened? You have to check this way. right? So if we can come for 3D transformation, everywhere Z is added and 3D. What is a 3D? Same transform property, ne? Same methods available. So what is the meaning of 3D? If we can see one more property extra, that is going to be Z will be added. Translate X, translate Y, translate Z. Rotate X, rotate Y, rotate Z. Okay, first let me explain you. Transform. Remove this property background. Only we will work with one property. Okay. Otherwise, you can keep this in comment. So let me keep this into comment. Yeah, I'm here now. Try to see. I don't want to take any background. The property you want to animate, right? Transform property only. Background color also not required to me. So this is going to be right. Can you see? Observe this carefully. ROTATE rotate. Rotate 360. If we can write 360, it will go for clockwise direction. Observe this carefully. Clockwise direction rotation. If we can write minus 360, what is going to be happen minus 360? This is going to be anti-clockwise direction, right? We know this already. But if we can write rotate X, then how this will be rotated? Rotate X. Rotate X. See, X means what? Horizontal. Y means what? Vertical. Can you see? Previously, this is rotating like this. If we can refresh, mouse over X rotation. Can you see? This is what X rotation and X rotation, horizontal rotation. You see, flipping. This is going to be like this. Same way, if you can rotate Y, can you observe this carefully? Rotate Y. Now you see vertically, this is getting rotated. Vertical rotation. This is called vertical rotation. Can you understand what is it is going to be? Yes, vertical rotation. Rotate Y, rotate X. Right, rotate Z. This is normal only. Earlier we seen rotate Z. Rotate, you see the same way it will work. Rotate. This is what rotate Z actually. Minus value or something. See, if we can set the X value, Y value, Z value, how this is going to be work. So when you are practicing, if you can check this way, I hope you will understand, Andy. Without that, it is not easy, but just check this carefully, what exactly this is going to be, right? Same way, scale X, scale Y, scale Z, and translate X, translate Y, translate Z means what I want to say. You see, guys, all of you. This is, we can write transform property, translate, TRANSLAT. Translate is a property. But if it is a 3D, you have to translate 3D method, you have to write anti 3D. And all the three values you want to provide a 100 pixels, comma, 200 pixels, comma, 300 pixels. If you want to provide x-axis 100, y-axis 200, z-axis 300. If you want to provide like this also, we can provide. So let us see what is going to be happen this time. So how this is going to be moving. See, is it moving anything? No, it is not moving. Andy. Why? Is there any problem? X comma y comma z. Here comma missed. Okay, at the comma x comma y comma z. So if we can refresh it, the same thing. See how this is moving. Diagonally only moving, right? Diagonally only moving. X y only moving. Can we able to see z also? No, we are not able to see z. How can we see the z ante? We have to rotate this and we have to animate this. Okay, backspace visibility. Actually, there is a one property. We'll talk about the property maybe tomorrow. Backspace visibility is a property. By using the property, what is backside of the div that we can see? Maybe if you can see some, right now we've seen some example for the flipna. Right now we are able to see front space. When your mouse hovering, it is flipping the element. Then we are seeing the what are the content we have in the backspace that we are able to see, right? Exactly. So this will be come like this. So, but translate Z means, remember carefully, 3D means Z axis also will be added. See, earlier I written some methods here. What are the methods I written? So scale X, scale Y, I written only X and Y. Here also X and Y only. But one more is going to be added, what? Z axis also will be added. So here, if we can come to transform any property, if we can take translate 3D is a method. In this 3D method, X comma, Y comma, Z. So individually, if you want to write it, so this is going to be translate X like this. Translate X only X value, Y value, Z value. Individually, if you want to write it. So Y capital, Z capital here, and this is a value access. Pixels inside the pixels we can provide like this. 3D means this is. Same way, if you want to go for rotate X, Y, Z with some angle. So this is going to be rotate will be like this. What is the thing? ROTA rotate 3D is a method, x comma, y comma, z comma, that angle we can provide at 360 now. Whatever the angle you want to rotate, you can provide this way also. We can provide this. This is going to become under 3D. I mean, if you want it individually, how can I write individually? Rotate x, rotate y, rotate z. I mean, this is a shorthand. Now, if you want it individually, rotate x with some angle. Okay, same way, angle yz will be like this. So 3D, we have 3D method. For 2D, we don't want to write any 2D. Directly, we can add the value. Same way, scale x, scale y, scale z also, right? So this is what exactly we can take the values on the scale 3D, right? It will be like this, and check this carefully. I think I have to say one more here. I hope there is no skew property in 3D and skew property is available only in 2D only. So here if we can come for scale will be available, scale 3D. Scale 3D we can take 3D scale. This is going to be same x comma y comma z. Scale x, scale y, scale z. Same way. Earlier we learned this, right? Otherwise, this is going to be only x. This is going to be only x value, y value, z value. Z is a method. Like this, we have the method sending. But here we have matrix method also. Unfortunately, this matrix 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 method with 9 values only. 9 or 12, I think, sorry, 16 values. It contains 16 values. Let us go for Google for finding these values. I think so. The 3D transformation, you will use actually 4 by 4 matrix actually. 4 by 4 matrix means 4 4s are 16. I mean, so like this, how many values I can write here? So this is going to be value 1 comma value 2 comma and so on value 16 and like this, these many values you should write here. So don't worry about this 3D, a matrix method 3D. So right, this is how the properties will be there. But besides this, guys, here in 3D, with the combination of 3D, we are going to use some extra properties. What is the properties? Perspective. Perspective is one property, and one more is going to be backspace visibility. Sorry, perspective origin also will be there. There is a property called origin origin. Origin. And one more is going to be backspace visibility, SPACE, backspace visibility. These are the part of 3D visibility, VISI, visibility. So specifies the 3D elements. Exactly. Prospective and prospective origin and backspace visibility are the thing. And not only this, we have transform style also will be there, I believe. I don't know, but I will verify this. Transform style property also is available. Transform style and transform origin also, I believe. Especially these properties will work in 3D, right? Otherwise, they are not going to be in 2D and prospective origin. Now we have to implement the backspace visibility and you have to write this property, backspace visibility property, such a way we have to write it, guys, exactly, right? So, right, what exactly the properties, we will see them in tomorrow session. Don't worry about them, right? So I'm stopping the session for the day. You just check these values, and tomorrow I will explain you more examples on this. After completed, then we will go for the assignments, okay? Right, tomorrow. And this is what transition. Transition is always a combination of transform. All right. If you have transform, transition, we can write it. Of course, without that also, but it is always a smooth kind of animations. If you want to implement on the content, we can use the transition property. Transition, right? Most of the animations will use the combination like this only, right? Yeah. So let us implement this functionality in tomorrow's session. Okay, right. So the backspace visibility with some example, like the flip example. How do we do the flip example? So let us implement such an example in the tomorrow session. On the fly in the session, we will see you this example. Right. So, and if you have any questions in assignments, and tomorrow we will check it, guys. Okay. Right. Actually, I have office work. That's why I'm closing the meeting early today. So on Monday session, sorry, tomorrow session, I will spend a lot of time with you to clarify your assignments, as well as we will continue the session regularly. After session completed, I will go for the assignments, guys. Okay, right, fine.